This is Transformers. It was a giant fucking thing a few years ago, these movies. Not so much nowadays, but the point still stands. I have not seen any of these. That's a lie. I saw the first one at some point, I think, and then from that point on, haven't seen a single one. And there's like 7 of these live action ones, all made by Michael Bay, aside from 2 spin-offs. And I was sat there, and I went, you know what? I quite liked Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so who knows? Maybe I'll like his Transformers adaptation. So, aim at today's video, we're gonna watch all 7 of these films back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay, 10:43, Transformers 1, let's have it.
A few moments later.
So, 1 o'clock, first movie finished. What are my thoughts? Well, Transformers, a lot better than I thought it would be. I mean, this whole franchise has a stigma of just being, like, slop. I enjoyed it, to be honest. It has a good plot. The acting is surprisingly really good. I didn't think I was going to buy Shia LeBeouf as a high school student at all, but I really forgot how small he really used to be. But yeah, really good cast, to be honest. Megan Fox, great as always. I will always say she's good and stuff. I feel like her hate is way too forced. Not bad. I don't know what else to say. The CGI's held up really, really well. I mean, kind of expected from a movie that's had hundreds of millions pumped into it. These always have hundreds of millions pumped into them. But, yeah, I like this one. I wasn't really into it at the start. I was a lot more into the human plot. But as, you know, it combined with the Transformers, I then began to care about the whole film. Still, doesn't bode well that at the start I only cared about the human plot in a film about robots, but we ball. I guess that just shows how well the humans were written. 10 minutes past 1. Time to move on to Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
Much later.
Currently 3:35. Revenge of the Fallen done. Okay, thoughts. This is much on the same level as the first film in terms of quality, but also much better. I mean, this is much funnier for starters, and there's so much like more stakes in, you know, the way things are done with this. I mean, main characters die in this a lot. Granted, they come back, but it doesn't matter. And Michael Bay smashed it out of the park with this one, I think, in terms of like the symmetry with the comparisons between Optimus Prime and Sam. I mean, one is the guy who is going to save all the Autobots, one is the guy who's going to save humanity. They need to work together. They're the same person in a sense, which is why they both die next to each other. They stand next to each other at the end of the film. It's good directing, man. Michael Bay is fucking good. I'm tired of the slander. Cast on top form again, as always. I like how Sam's parents actually get to be in this one a lot more. They have a lot more involvement in the plot, and it adds some emotional stakes to it. This is really good. CGI, again, top form, man. This is brilliant. I honestly really enjoy this one. This was my favourite so far. Then again, I've only seen 2, so, you know, probably will change. But, not bad. It's currently basically 3:45, and it's time to move on to Transformers Dark of the Moon.
Day 4.
Time is currently 6:14, and that is Dark of the Moon completed. Okay, so, friend of the channel, frequent collaborator, Dragonstorm, this is his favourite, and I was apprehensive about it because of the lacking of Megan Fox. Obviously, she did a little no-no and compared Michael Bay to Hitler, which Steven Spielberg didn't like, and thus she got sacked. But, gotta say, despite that, came around to this, and that's not to dispose that criticism. There are a lot of things in here where Megan Fox should have been here, I think. I mean, this Carly broad, she is way too calm with like the Decepticons, considering this is meant to be the first time she's met them. I don't know, she just doesn't feel in place with the film. But they do have a scene where Sam, Shia LaBeouf's character, says, "I love you," basically instantly. It kind of cements that he's meant to move on from Megan Fox's character, whose name I've already forgotten. But other than that, this film is fucking great. The fight scenes are top tier. The scene where Bumblebee chucks Sam out the car, transforms, jumps over some wreckage, catches Sam and transforms, puts him back in his seat. That is heat. Top 10 fucking Transformers moments, man. Holy shit, that. Brilliant. Genuinely just brilliant. I'm not going to lie. I love everything about this film. And I was tempted to put it lower than the second one, but no, this is better. This is better. It's probably, it's the best one so far, but it's not my favourite, I think. I don't know. We'll come around to it. And this just feels like a good send-off, in my opinion. Like, it feels like it should have been the end of the franchise. And that is because, I don't know, I think it maybe was meant to be, because I think this is the end of an era, because I know Mark Whalberg is in the next one. So I guess we'll see how that goes after a quick break. Not a sentence I ever thought I'd say on this channel. Or ever, really. I'm watching Transformers 4 in the bath. Yeah, I'm only doing this intro bit here purely because these things are getting too long, so I decided to watch it ASAP. Also, I'm going to change clothes and the continuity is going to bother me, so I need to explain it. But having a good time in the bath, watching Transformers, got a beer, not bad. It's like 7 o'clock, I think, something like that. Yeah, it's 6:45, so I will see you when I finish this one.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
You can't see that, but it is now 9:10. Been doing this for nearly 12 hours now. And I just finished Age of Extinction. Yikes. Probably the first one I'd argue is actually bad. I mean, I don't know, there's some... It starts off horrible, gets enjoyable, gets horrible again, then gets enjoyable near the end. It's a very mixed bag. I wouldn't say horrible. Like, it's not bad, actually. I know I said that at first, but upon, yapping, it's kind of mid. But apparently the last night is a lot worse, so I'm not looking forward to that. I'm kind of annoyed that Shia LeBeouf is gone. He was really good. He made those first three, but he chose to leave, so, it's a lot better than what happened with, Megan Fox, where she was booted off. TJ Miller is in this, but he's quickly killed, so that's good. Mark Whalberg is a good replacement for Shia LaBeouf, by the way. Like, I enjoy Mark Whalberg. That definitely bumped it up quite a lot. I don't buy him as an inventor. He's just not the type of person who can play that, but still enjoyable. So, nonetheless, time to move on to The Last Night. Currently, it's 9:15, and I'm just about to start Transformers The Last Night. Let's have it.
You get the idea.
It is 11:43, and I have just finished The Last Night. This is absolute shite. I'm not even dignifying it by getting up to record the fucking credits for this. It is horrible. It's horrible. It's so boring. It's nonsensical. I couldn't even really piece together what the plot was. I don't even know why Megatron was doing what he was doing. I'd probably just to get the Decepticons to come back. Same old shit as always. I couldn't understand the Unicron bollocks. Fucking hated it. At least they brought the Transformers to England. That was based. And there's a French Transformer though. Boo. This is fucking shit, man. Like, they didn't even bother to put the directed by Michael Bay. It's just this shite. Come on. How can you enter Transformers and not have directed by Michael Bay in the credits? Horrible. Jesus Christ. This is horrible. I hate this one. This one's actually the worst one. I want to kill myself. Jesus Christ. I don't know if that's because this one fucking sucks, which everyone agrees it does, or because I have now spent 13 hours watching Transformers. We're over the halfway mark, like the 12-hour mark. Jesus fucking Christ. And I still have 2 more to go. But Bumblebee is next, and apparently that one's good. So I fucking hope people aren't lying. Right, it's currently 11:50, and I'm about to get onto Bumblebee. Let's have it. Also, this one is under 2 hours. Can you believe that? A Transformers film under 2 hours. We're so back.
Later.
Okay, so you can't really see it, but it is 1:50 basically, and I just finished Bumblebee. A very different film compared to the last 5 that I've watched, and trust me, that's a fucking good thing. When you watch 13 hours of Transformers, and they're all the fucking same, you start to go a bit mental, so, having this as a change of pace was quite nice. I really enjoyed this one quite a lot. I mean, I just love human-driven stories, and this was one, and for that I'm thankful. And, with the Transformers intersplice, can't go wrong. This was great. I really do want to see more films like this come from this franchise, but unfortunately, looks like Rise of the Beast might be more of the same. I guess we'll see. Oh my good God. It is 2 a.m. and we are just about to move on to the final film, Transformers, Rise of the Beast. We're in the final swing of things. I'm actually brimming with excitement to finally be finished with this fucking franchise.
Many adorable hours later.
Holy shit. It's basically 4 a.m. and I just finished Rise of the Beast. That was fucking, like, forgettable. That's the bad bit. Just boring and forgettable. Nothing to it. And not even in, like, a really horrible way like last night where I can criticize it and kind of bully it and make fun of it. This was just... yeah. Don't know what else to say about it, man. Kind of put off. I mean, it had terrible CGI. I mean, how do you look worse than the 2007 film? But you did. And just everything about it was so fucking... there was no heart and soul. This was just made to establish a Hasbro toy line film universe, clearly, by that G.I. Joe teaser at the end. Makes no sense. I guess we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, yikes. What a fall from grace for the Transformers films. Anyway, I'm going to head off to sleep now, because I've been watching these films for like nearly 17 hours. Let's see how long I sleep, and I will let you know in the morning in the outro.
The next morning.
I'm back. Time to finally finish this fucking video, because, my lord. Okay, so, stats. I started on the 3rd of December at 10:43 AM. I finished on the 4th of December at 3:56 AM. And that leads a total Transformer watch time of 16 hours and 47 minutes. Yikes. And I was really tired towards the end. I really thought I would sleep quite a lot, so I wanted to take this stat down. I slept from 4 AM till 1 PM of today. And that's only 9 hours. That's like less than I sleep usually. Weird. Maybe the Transformers revitalized me. Now, rankings. That is the most important bit. Worst to best. So, I'm going to do 2 rankings. Objective quality and then my opinion. My objective quality ranking, the worst to best, is The Last Night, Rise of the Beast, Age of Extinction, Transformers 2007, the original, Revenge of the Fallen, Bumblebee, and Dark of the Moon being the highest quality one. Then, opinion. So, worst to best. The Last Night, worst one. Hated that one. Rise of the Beast, Age of Extinction, Dark of the Moon, Transformers 07, Bumblebee, and then Revenge of the Fallen. That is my favourite one. That one's mint. I mean, they fight in Egypt. Elite. So, those are my rankings. Now, what are my thoughts on this franchise as someone who really didn't care beforehand? It's actually decent, okay? It starts really good with the Shia LeBeouf trilogy. Age of Extinction is enjoyable to some extent. Then it goes downhill with The Last Night. Yikes, I don't even want to think about that film. There's a fucking French robot. Boo. And then shoots up again for Bumblebee. Bumblebee is brilliant. Don't really know where it ties into the timeline because it gets confusing. Depending on who you ask, it's part of the timeline. Depending on who you ask, it's a reboot. I don't know. I'm not a Transformers fan. I've just decided to do this for some reason. And then it gets worse again with Rise of the Beast. But Transformers 1 was apparently really good. So, I don't know. We will see if I inevitably watch that for a video. Do you guys want to see me do all the cartoon ones? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, yeah, this was just sort of my first impressions of the franchise as I watched them. If you want more in-depth thoughts, go to my Letterboxd. There'll be a link down below where you can see all my reviews of them as I went along. And maybe I'll make a longer video in the future on these live-action offerings and like discuss them. No time soon, though. I never really want to think about this franchise for at least a year. Jesus Christ. Anyway, final thought. You're probably wondering, where's Descendants? No, you're not. No one cares. It'll come out when it comes out. I've decided to just stop yapping about it. I've kind of gone off on it because I was putting so much pressure on it. It'll release when it releases. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this where I tackle a franchise I've never seen before in a marathon, let me know. Yeah. Cheers. All right. Bye.